Well, guys, we're looking at the Life Gear Glow Lantern Series 15. This is the large one. With that comes a little bit of heft, a bigger base, a screw access to 8 D batteries. So it's going to be hefty on the batteries, and that's partly where all the weight comes from. As you can see in there. We'll get into the features. Larger grab handle, obviously larger mirrored surface, 360 degrees like most lanterns are. The switch is located on top here, and you've got 7 watt CFLs. You've got a single mode and a dual mode. On high, you're putting out roughly 360 lumens, they say, to 20 hours. There is a night light mode that has a single LED in there, which would extend your battery. And again, I would use that basically for conserving your battery, but it makes locating the lantern easier. If you don't need the light, you're not going to need an additional flashlight to go find the lantern to turn it on. Flip your little night light on, and it works as a good locator. On top, you've got red LEDs. And this is basically for that night vision, as we said before, but I would use it more in an emergency in the house, on the floor. That mode wouldn't work too well camping. It's just not enough light output, but you can see it 360 degrees here, so you can still use it as a locator to mark a certain spot. And then flashing, so the red LEDs will flash, and then to off. Pretty handy. Like I said, this is the big boy, so this is the family circled around in the living room during emergencies, playing cards and parcheesies and stuff. The light is extremely adequate compared to the 6 and the 8 that we looked at earlier, the little ones that were, they struggled even to when you're brushing your teeth in the bathroom with no light on. You could do it, but you're not going to be putting makeup on with them. And this guy puts out enough light to illuminate most rooms for whatever you need to do. Even walking with this at night outside in sort of a trail condition, you can see maybe 4 or 5 feet in front of you. It's not a directed light, so it's not going to project the light out forever. But as decent as most lanterns are on the market now. The CFLs will run for a long time. And other than the weight of those 8D batteries, but again, that gets you your emergency runtime. That's your battery reserve for your 20 hours on high. A little size comparison of the old trusty propane Coleman, which a lot of people love. I know a lot of people, they have them, but you can't use them indoors. So most of us are always experiencing some sort of a power outage in our homes. It's less of a camping situation. Obviously, these are going to be less fire risk. You're not going to worry about the mantles burning out and replacing those. So there are a lot of advantages to the electronic versions of these. There's no noise. And if you guys know, using the old Colemans, they just sort of roar like a rocket. So, with modern things, these are metal and are still holding the test of time years later. But as far as its usability, it's a whole lot easier to flip a switch and to have this indoors. There's no noise, there's no smell, and they've got a lot of advantages. So you really kind of figure out what you're going to need and what you're going to use it for. But the Lantern 15, the Glow 15 from Life Gear, is it's a little powerhouse.